including fentanyl.
Good morning, everybody.
That can harm or kill Americans and certainly defraud them. E-commerce is a big enabler of that. Amazon, Shopify, JD.com, Alibaba. I've been working on this. We came out with an action plan 10 days ago with the Department of Health, and we also came out with an executive order last week, which is going to essentially crack down on the e-commerce platforms and others if they will not take their responsibility and help solve this problem.
For USA Radio News, I'm Wendy King.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host
Blue
and do not express the views
Blue mic,
of
okay, cool.
WBBF ownership or Hometown Talk Radio. Content aired on all programs are those of the host and their guests.
Yeah, don't move that. I'll be here.
Yeah, we're good to go. I just wanted to move it to my spot before we're good to go here.
With your host, Joey Driscoll. Stay tuned for news, Middleboro News, here on AM 1530 WBBF. Hey, Joey, what's happening?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the February the 9th edition of Middleboro in Review. And we are joined by Dawn, once again, as we are every week, or pretty much every week here at Middleboro in Review, here in the studios of Taunton Federal Credit Union, 14 Church Green, here in Taunton, WVBF 1530 AM, 99.7 FM. We can also be heard on TuneIn. Just type in Hometown Talk Radio, and you will find us. Also, we have an Audio Now number, and the Audio Now number is 605-562-7958. And, of course, the number to reach us is 508-822-1106. If you want to call into the show, that's the number you should dial.
Well, no one dials anything anymore. Right?
No.
Dial. When was the last time someone dialed a phone? Huh?
So, good morning, Dawn. How are you?
Good, Joe. Good morning. Nice brisk morning.
Yeah, very cold.
The sun is out. We are starting to get our daylight back, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm noticing into the evening, 5 o'clock. It's not pitch dark out at 5, and now it's like 5:30, 5:35 before we lose all sense of daylight. So, slowly but surely, we're winning the battle to spring.
Yep. It is 18 degrees here in Taunton and 17 degrees in Middleboro right now.
We went south, so it's like we picked up a degree as we went down 44.
Yes. Sometimes you go to Taunton and it's 4 degrees warmer than it is in Middleboro, and sometimes you go to Taunton, it's 2 degrees colder than it is in Middleboro.
Are we close to the equator?
It just depends on the day, apparently.
Are we close to the equator?
So, it's Sunday. It's the 9th of February. We are here in Taunton as February is moving along. I have an update on the new Middleboro High School that will be opening in January. So I went by there yesterday, took a drive by there, and it's going very well. It seems that they are on schedule for sure. The building is coming into focus now, and you can see it when you drive by it. You can see it. So it's very interesting for the next couple of months how the finished product is going to look.
I think the mild January might have had a lot to do with their schedule, staying on schedule. Because a lot of contractors, what they do is they anticipate crappy weather in the wintertime. So they don't set a vicious schedule as far as getting stuff done, especially outside stuff. My brother, TJ Driscoll Construction, okay, he said he did 4 septic systems in the month of January. That's unheard of. Digging's good, everything was good. He says, thank God for the weather because it really helped me out. He says, I'm done now. Now I can get cold. And it's getting a little cold, and we'll see what the rest of the winter brings. Because we still have this month, and we still have March, which could be tough. And April could be rainy, so don't put your dance shoes on just yet.
And sometimes April can be snowy. It just depends on the particular year as well.
Yeah, I mean, the snow will melt, though. It's not like a hang
Yes. Yeah.
around.
The snow will
In
melt.
2015, that crazy weather started on the 26th of January and did not stop until like the second week of March. Anybody remembers 2015? That was crazy. I'm trying to forget that year, but
So we're out of the woods when it comes to having a winter like 2015.
well, no, you better not say that. Don't.
Well, we're past January 26th. That's
Yeah.
what I meant.
Right.
That's what I meant. We're past January 26th. So we're past that hurdle.
What the problem was in 2015 was nothing. It didn't get over 32 degrees, so nothing melted. So we got whacked with a 2-foot snowstorm, and then a few days later we got another, 15 inches, and then we got more snow, and we got more snow. And usually, even in the middle of the winter, sometimes it breaks over 32 degrees and some melting happens.
Yeah.
And then it got cold. And then after that, it's just no place to put the snow. It was a perfect storm as far as snow not melting.
Yes.
And I was out delivering oil on that, so that was great. It was nuts. So I think, I don't know. It's cold today. I'm not sure what the rest of the... What's the forecast? You that thing up yet?
I don't have the forecast up yet, but I
Okay.
will before the end of the show.
Okay.
We will mention what the forecast is for the next 7 days. So, what do we have for Middleboro in review today? Well, yesterday was the debut of the XFL, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're also going to give an update on what's going on with the T. There's some interesting things going on with the T.
A lot going on with the T.
Yes, there's some interesting things going on with the
Every
T.
time you turn around, there's something new going on with the T.
There's some news about Middleboro and the fiscal year 2021 budget. And I know fiscal year 2021, it's coming. About 5 more months. July, I believe, is when fiscal year 2021 starts. So, we're going to have some news about the 2021 budget, because the Board of Selectmen of Middleboro, they were talking about it. They are starting to talk about it. We're in February, so it's early. They're talking about it. It's preliminary talks right now, so we'll have an update on that. And there's many other stories we're going to get to as well. We have a lot to get to today here on Middleboro Review at 99.7 FM, 1530 AM, and also on TuneIn at Hometown Talk Radio. Type that in and you will be able to listen to us on TuneIn.
Even if you're in Fort Kent, Maine, you can still listen to the show.
Yep. Anywhere that there is an internet connection, you'll be able to listen to us on TuneIn. And on your phone, if you type in 605-562-7958, you'll be able to listen to us anywhere around the world as long as you have a cell phone connection.
Right, so that guy who's in Fort Kent, Maine, at the hotel, listening to the show right now, he can drive to Key West, Florida next year, and then next week, and listen to us next Sunday.
Yep.
Next year, right.
Anywhere around the world, if you have cell phone service. Anywhere around the world.
Internet, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we have a lot of people listening to the show on Facebook and on internet.
Yes.
And I listen when I'm in my truck driving, delivering oil. I'm in the South Shore area. I'm down Cohasset, Hall, down that way, and I really don't get the radios, but I listen to them on my phone all the time. So I listen to all the great programming during the week here at WVBF.
Me too. I listen to many radio stations on my phone.
Right.
Using TuneIn and using other apps as well.
And the Jeff Santos show on Monday through Friday between 3 and 6. That's on every day. I mean, Monday through Friday. So that's something to listen to. If you like politics, they have a lot of good guests. I've really listened to the show. I listen to the show a lot now. Not just because you're producing it, because you do a really good job doing that, and I really like the idea that Jeff acknowledges you and everybody. He's a true professional broadcaster, in my opinion. I think you sit next to him will help you. It will really help you if you listen to him and you pick up his ideas, because he has. I told him to his face. His voice is delicious. He's got a great broadcasting voice. And radio should be fun. Radio's fun, even with all the political. It's all fun.
Yes.
It's good radio. Either if you agree with what he says or doesn't agree with what he says, the bottom line is it's great radio. It really is. So it's that's what makes this country great. Because I talked to a lot of people, and the way the mainstream media makes it sound is that everyone's at each other's throat, and that ain't really the case. I've talked to everybody I've run into, and everyone I've run into is civil. So I don't know where this crazy discourse is going on in, but it's all good. Everyone has an opinion, and that's it. It's not my rant. I got a rant later, believe me, about the tea.
The tea. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about when it comes to tea, folks.
Where's that big clock? They moved it. Oh, 7:18.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're gonna take a break here in just a second. Here on 99.7 FM, 1530 AM. We'll be right back here on Middleboro Review on this cold February the 9th. All right.
Should I mention Jeff Santos?
Yeah, you're fine.
It's a good show.
It is. You're fine. You're good. All right, let's see here.
He's got a lot of people following. Bob LaBelle was on the other day, huh?
Yeah, Bob LaBelle was on, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
TJ Driscoll Construction.
His regulars too, like Herb Boyd.
Who's that?
Herb Boyd is from New York. He's a whole bunch of different guests. Herb Boyd, Julia Manchester, Kathy Obranovich. A lot of big names that he has on his show. And it's really good. It's a really good listen.
Good.
Lawn installations, tree and shrub installations.
Good morning to whoever. Oh,
The number is
someone just joined and left. I don't know.
We joined and left.
They joined and left. I don't know who it was, but.
Spark Street Auto Body, located at 48 Spark Street in Brockton, Massachusetts, offers the highest quality collision repair
computer up
and
again.
auto service for your car.
Donald Driscoll is watching.
Shop for all major insurance
Why are you watching?
No, I was just seeing who came on.
508-583-1495. They are open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5, and 8 to 4 on Fridays. Call them today. You will not be disappointed. 508-583-1495.
Let's try to get this up.
DK Driscoll Removal Services is a company to call to get any cleanup you need around your house done any time of the year. You can call them at 508-725-2334. They remove construction debris, metals, railroad ties, tires, appliances, paints, and much, much more, like concrete, brick, asphalt, yard removal, brush, logs, and leaves. Also, basements, attics, garages, houses, and property in general. Again, the number is 508-725-2334. Call them today. You will not be disappointed in DK Driscoll Removal Services.
It's 197.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. With honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be shared with friends or family. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Hi, this is Jim Larkin. Hope you can join me every Sunday from noon to 2 o'clock here on WVBF, The Sounds of the Emerald Isle. We'll have some great Irish music, some folk, traditional, country, and contemporary, and sometimes some live singers in the studio. And to make you laugh, some Irish comedy. That's Sundays from noon to 2 right here on WVBF, 1530 Taunton, Middleboro, and on the internet at hometowntalkradio.com.
Combat Veteran Motorcycle Association is an association of combat veterans from all branches of the United States Armed Forces who ride motorcycles as a hobby. Our mission is to support those who have defended our country and freedoms. Our focus is to help veteran care facilities provide a warm meal, clothing, shelter, and guidance, or simply to say thank you and welcome home. We have members from nearly all 50 states and living abroad. Many members continue to serve in our armed forces, with several serving in combat areas now. We sponsor and or participate in many motorcycle-related charity events each year, and as a nonprofit organization, donate to various veteran care facilities and veteran charities. To learn more about the Combat Veteran Motorcycle Association and how you can join or support, please visit cvma2-2.org.
All right. And we're back here on Middleboro in Review for the February 9th edition of Middleboro in Review. We are heading into the second week of February. And wow. Second week of February already. This year's going by pretty quick. Pretty quick already. So it'll be St. Patrick's Day before you know it. That's the next big holiday.
You can't forget about St. Valentine's Day.
And St. Valentine's Day, yes.
Next Friday.
I did forget about St. Valentine's Day.
Oh, boy.
Yes, I did. Yes. St. Patrick's Day.
If you're married, you can't forget about St. Valentine's Day.
Yeah, you can't. You cannot forget about St. Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day is a very important holiday as well. So that is coming up.
That's Friday.
This Friday, yeah.
February 14th.
Wow. So
it runs on a weekend, so I think a lot of restaurants and a lot of restaurants, a lot of big company businesses out there that cater to hospitality and restaurant food and stuff like that.
Yep.
Entertainment. We'll have a good weekend. If the weather's good.
St. Patrick's Day also, there's parades that go on as well. So there is going to be a lot of money that's going to be made by the towns.
Well, it makes
as well. So
it falls on the weekend.
Yes.
So a lot of people, honey, let's go out for St. Valentine's Day. Oh, I'm too tired because I got to get up to work. We both got to get up for work at 5:30, so we're not going to go out to that restaurant. It's on a Wednesday. It's on a Thursday. But it falls on a Friday. It means most people have the weekends off. They got Saturday, so they can go out and they can go to dinner. They can go to a movie. They can go to a show. They can do whatever they want to do. Go shopping. It's just more of a weekend. It's going to generate more revenue for the businesses out there who depend on it, which is a good thing. It's timing's everything when it comes to that. It's not in the middle of the week. So that's what I think.
Yeah, and you have Valentine's Day, and then there's St. Patrick's Day, and then you have April Fool's Day,
Well, April
which
Fool's
is
Day-
not really a holiday.
Patriots Day.
Patriots Day is the next one.
Marathon Monday.
Yeah, Patriots Day after St. Patrick's Day is the next very important day.
Well, it's Marathon Day.
Yes.
A lot of people have the day off. A lot of people don't. But, yeah, but in the short term, Valentine's Day is on Friday, folks.
Yes. So, your daily rant.
Okay, well, what are you looking up? The weather? How's the weather doing over there?
I'm trying to get it up.
Oh, boy.
Google does not want to turn on today
Really?
for
Even
some reason.
Even on your phone, too?
Well, I'm using my phone for the Facebook. So
Oh, right.
I can't use my phone.
You can use my phone. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll use your phone.
here's my phone.
Thank you. So, your little rant about the
Okay.
tea.
All right. I took a ride on the train yesterday. Went up to Newburyport. From Kingston to Newburyport. Nice ride. They have the $10 weekend special pass for the tea. So if you buy a ticket, you can ride the commuter rail all day Saturday and all day Sunday for $10, which is, I think, is a great value. That's a very smart thing for them to do, to have people going to Boston and whatnot. I did notice when I got to South Station, where they put the accelerant 20 years ago, they have 13 platforms. Well, technically 7, but they share. So it's like 13. They could fit 13 trains in there. And every single platform, every single bay that those trains sit in has a wire. So they can run electric trains if they want. They run limited amount of trains. Amtrak might run a limited amount of trains, but you never see Amtrak trains in like from number 13 up to like 11 or 10. Those are all reserved for commuters only. I don't think I've ever seen them. So they got the wires up. So that whole station's wired for sound as far as electricity to run the trains. I was talking to Mark a couple weeks ago, and they decided to go with the South Coast Rail going up through East Taunton and going that way. And they didn't want to go the Stoughton route, going through Canton and Raynham and the direct route, and they wanted to electrify that. I don't understand why they didn't want to do that. I think fast, speedy service down to the New Bedford and Fall River is really going to help those communities thrive. Not just, not thrive. I mean, boom towns. A electric rail line from Boston to Fall River and New Bedford would turn those towns into like the next Worcester. Those towns have so much potential because they're both all on the water. They have 195 both going through. They're close to the Cape, they're close to Boston, and they're close to Providence. They're seated at the most... That's why those cities were there in the first place. So, and they have the electric lines. So, and I don't know why they don't run electric trains down the Northeast Corridor anyway. That has power. New Jersey Transit does it. Pennsylvania Transit, SEPTA does it. They have some dedicated. So they're running diesels under the wire, which isn't too smart. I know they can't electrify all the commuter rail line. I understand that, but they can start by doing some main corridors, and that would have been the new main corridors running down through Stoughton and Easton and down there. Those trains would fly. They'd fly. They start up fast. They don't lumber as much. They don't have the footprint, the carbon footprint that electric trains would have, and the service would be so speedy. I was talking to Joe about a month ago. We're talking about it's quicker. It was quicker to get down to when they're done with this new line. The service from South Station to Fall River in New Bedford in 1918 would be faster than what we have in 2020. That's crazy. Okay, those trains should fly. Okay, put more fencing up, keep people off the tracks. Run third rail if you have to. They're doing it in New York. They're doing it in Long Island. They're running third rail on the Long Island Railroad. So they're really, I think people from the MBTA should go down and see what they're doing in New York. Go take a tour of the Long Island Railroad. They're doing so much improvements. They have to. And the conductors don't miss a beat. They get paid. They get paid. I'll admit, the conductors were on the ball yesterday. I took two trains up and 2 trains down. And they got the fare, and they were right on the ball, which is good. But there's been times where you get on a train, you never seen a conductor. So that's my rant. But I think they have the wiring, they have the infrastructure. They have the infrastructure in place for the Northeast Corridor anyway. So I think, anyway, they should start running electric trains on that. Which they didn't do is they didn't put a wire underneath the platform under TF Green or the last stop, which is, help me out, Joey. I'm ran. I should know the last stop on the Providence line there.
Providence?
Yeah, look it up real quick.
Is it at Providence?
No, it's after that you have TF Green, and then you have, I just totally forgot the last stop. There's the last stop down there.
In Rhode Island.
In Rhode Island, but they go off the side, and they're not Wickford Junction. That's what it is. It's Wickford Junction.
Yep, it is.
Okay, so it's 2 stops past Providence, and those trains go off to the right, and there's no wire underneath them. And another thing I think stupid too, that the Amtrak doesn't stop at TF Green. It goes right by TF Green, goes right underneath the parking garage, but the Amtrak doesn't stop there. And even with the commuter rail running to TF Green, they're closed on the weekends. So they build all this infrastructure, but they don't use it. There's no reason why a few regional trains, anyway, not the Acela. I accept that. Acela maybe wouldn't stop there, but I can see why some regional Amtrak trains, they should be able to stop at TF Green Airport. Someone wants to jump on at Kingston or Old Saybrook and shoot up to TF Green and get off, but no, they have to go all the way to Providence. They just went by the airport, hop off, and then take a bus back. I don't understand why they just build platforms and just service the station. I don't get it. Is it going to mess up their scheduling? I don't think so. They don't run those trains. They got 3 tracks running through there too. That's my rant. I'm sticking to it.
So we have the full forecast for Middleboro here, weather-wise. So today, it's supposed to be 40 degrees and sunny. And then we don't see the sun till Wednesday, according to this weather forecast. Monday, 45 and rain. Tuesday, 45 and rain. Wednesday, 45 and partly sunny. Thursday, 50 and rain. Friday, mostly sunny, 28 degrees with a low of 5.
Ooh.
5. Yep.
Winter's not over yet, folks.
Winter is not over.
But no snow? No, just nothing?
No snow. There might be a mix on Monday. Next Monday,
Okay.
I mean.
All right.
Next Monday, there might be a mix And speaking about next Monday is President's Day. February 17th. Next Monday.
Nice.
Yes.
Can you name all the presidents, Joe?
All 45 of them? No.
In order?
No.
No.
Not in order. No.
Not in order?
No. I wouldn't be able to. Would you be able to?
Yeah, I think so. I think I could do it right now, but I'm not going to do it.
Name 10 of them.
10 of them?
10 of them,
But
yeah.
just 10 random presidents?
Just name 10 of them.
10 presidents.
Just name 10 of them.
Martin Van Buren, William Harry Henderson, Woodrow Wilson, Warren G. Harding. That's 5, right? Or 4. We have Abraham Lincoln, Franklin Pierce.
That's 5.
Grover Cleveland, twice. Okay. That's what, 6? Okay. We have Teddy Roosevelt, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Harry Truman, President Kennedy, and one more, right? President Obama. But you know what? Next week. I'll look at the book overnight. Okay.
Yep.
I'll double check. I could probably do it, but I don't want to mess up on the air. Next week, all right, and you'll swear to the audience that I'm not cheating. I'm not looking at anything. I'm not looking at a computer. I'm looking at nothing.
Yep.
And I'll name all of them. Okay, and then I'll work on the vice presidents.
That'd be great because there's been more vice presidents than there has been presidents. So
Yeah.
So that would be great too.
Right.
Yeah. So I can name a few vice presidents: Joe Biden, Spiro Agnew. There's 2 that come to mind right now, but I'll be able to name more as the weeks go along.
All right. I'll that'll be my challenge, and you'll tell the audience that, hey, look, swear to God, he's not looking at a computer. He doesn't have a list. He has nothing.
Yep.
So do a quick study before you go on the air.
All right. So we have
Outages? How many outages do we have?
Well, first, before we get to that, we have, I mentioned earlier today that we were going to talk about the XFL. We have a few things about the XFL that we started with yesterday. First day of the XFL, we had 2 games. The first game was the Seattle Dragons versus the DC Defenders. DC beat Seattle 31-19. I watched some of this game. I watched about a quarter and a half of this game. I like how they do the sideline interviews with players. You don't see that in the NFL. I like how they do that in the XFL, especially after big plays and after drives. They interview the players, which I think is a really, really good part of the XFL. I hope they continue to do that because I think that's what they should do in the NFL, but they don't do it. I don't know. I think they should definitely try to interview players and coaches, which they did in that game yesterday. They went and they interviewed the coaches several times throughout the game. And you could also hear some of the play calls that the coaches were a part of too, which that's something you can't hear in the NFL at all. You can't hear the coaches doing the plays and saying the play to the players. You can't hear that in the NFL. That's something new to the XFL, and I think that's something that's going to be very, very good for the XFL. And it's going to attract more viewers. There was I believe there was 17,000 people in DC for the DC Defenders game. yesterday. There was also another game yesterday. The Los Angeles Wildcats versus the Houston Roughnecks. 37-17, Houston beat LA. There's 2 games today. Tampa Bay Vipers versus the New York Guardians. And the St. Louis Battlehawks versus the Dallas Renegades, which will round out week number 1. So, that is our XFL update for the day. We're going to take a quick break. And when we return, we are going to have some updates on power outages that happened over the weekend. There was some big-time power outages in the state, especially in Scituate. We'll give you an update on that when we return here on Middleboro in Review. Scituate, yeah, right? Scituate, right? I had mentioned Scituate.
No, you mentioned Stoughton.
Oh, Stoughton. Damn. Okay. Stoughton. I'll make that correction.
Well, do you have the? Do you have it? Do you have it
I'm
up?
gonna get it right now. I'm gonna get that art. I'm gonna get that thing I wrote up. That I looked at it. I'm gonna get that thing
Well,
I
don't
looked
make
at.
a correction. Just they lost power too. But just tell them Stoughton. Just tell them. I think they kind of is it an updated map.
Hold on.
And contemporary, and sometimes some live singers in the studio. And to make
It's
it loud, some
a
kind
day
of
old.
comedy. That's Sunday
So
from
that might be
4
you might be
to
wrong.
WVBF,
To be honest.
1530
I think so,
Taunton, Middleboro, and on the internet at hometowntalkradio.com.
Spark Street Auto Body,
Can you get
located at
a listen of
48
what
Spark
happened?
Street in Brockton, Massachusetts, offers the highest quality collision repair and complete auto service for your car. They are a direct
This is
all major insurance
articles from yesterday.
Reach them at
I don't know how
588
good they're gonna be. MA power outages 95,000.
Monday through
We could say that.
8 to 5 and 8 to 4 on Friday.
98% of the town's in the dark. Stoughton.
508
Well, as of yesterday.
So, yeah, but-
As
so
of
there's
yesterday.
no new update.
No new updates that I can see. 9-7. No new updates as I can see. I don't know.
Safe and healthy. So we show them how.
So we'll just mention the information we have.
Yeah.
We can't really.
Especially important when it
And then do the shout out to the guys you saw.
Yeah, Quebec.
medications, opioids. They need to know that they should never be shared
the last-
with the family.
Quebec.
Information about talking with
I wanna get it right.
about underage use of alcohol and other drugs. Visit
Just saying it earlier.
underage.samhsa.gov.
Hydro.
Hydro, yeah. That's Hydro. Okay, 328.
You got TJ Driscoll, right? To do?
TJ Driscoll
Yeah.
Removal Services is a company to call to get any cleanup you may need to do around
But
your
don't do
house
it after
done
me.
Any time of the
One
year.
more
You can call
PSA
them
and then mine,
at
okay?
508
Yeah.
725
Well, I just played both
2334.
PSAs.
They remove
Did you?
construction
Yeah, I'm gonna
Well,
have to do it that way.
railroad ties, tires.
You can't play another
paints,
commercial for the
and
radio
much,
station?
Much more.
Like the WBBF stupid thing or whatever you played that yet?
No, I haven't. Hold up. Let me do that.
Brush, logs, and leaves. Also, basements, attics,
280
garages,
and
houses, and property in
There you
general. Again, the number is 508 725 2334. Call them today. You will not be disappointed in DK Driscoll Removal Services. TJ Driscoll Construction is based in Wareham, Massachusetts, serving the South Shore area and Cape Cod.
Isn't you usually supposed to take that before you go
They
back into
specialize in
a
septic repair,
on air or does it matter?
I think we were supposed to play TJ Driscoll first and then play that.
Don't you have a list of how they play these commercial shows?
Septic repair.
I don't have that particular bumper on my
Foundations,
thing yet.
excavation.
I'm gonna add that today.
Well, dude, you gotta be consistent, I think.
I know.
I don't think. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. If
I mean, I have
Number is 508.
I have all the commercials that I need to play. I'm playing them all,
Call them today.
so
You will not be
Right.
disappointed.
I just whatever.
it's fine. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Time is it?
7:47. I don't know if we're gonna get to
Quebec Hydro. You said you saw them at the gas station.
Quebec Hydro. Yep, saw
Saw
them.
them at the gas station on the 44. You know, like the mobile with Dunkin' Donuts.
The no, it's in Irving. Right, Irving, I believe. Yeah. Okay. And we're back here on Middleboro in Review for February the 9th. So, we want to, before we talk about the power outages, we want to give a quick shout out to Hydro Quebec. We saw some of their trucks coming in this morning at the gas station at the Rotary in Middleboro. We want to give a shout out to them.
They were at the Irving station. I believe that maybe they were checking in or starting the day's work or leaving. They got back to Quebec. But you got to give a shout out to all the utility personnel that are out there.
Yes.
I mean, we had the storm on Friday, and boom, I saw these guys from Quebec here. So they must have rolled in sometime yesterday afternoon and worked probably as much as they could. And be curious to go back to see if the trucks are still in. But it looks like they were either getting ready or they were finishing up for the day. They were getting fuel. And I assume they might have stayed at the hotel. There's a Fairfield Marriott next to it, I believe. So they probably stayed there. But they all looked at me crazy because I asked them, you guys ever heard of Wichita linemen? Out of the blue, a stranger. And they look at him like I had 5 heads. And I said, look it up on YouTube. It's, it pays homage to all the line guys out there. But it's true. If you Google that, play it on YouTube, listen to that song. If you happen to be a line, a lineman or you work on the lines and get people's electricity back, it's very important. And those guys are heroes in my eyes. They really are. Because what they do is dangerous, number one. They work in all sorts of crappy weather. They leave at a moment's notice for their family. And like I said, you saw these guys from Quebec. These guys from Quebec, they're 500 miles away from their homes. Working here in Massachusetts. So it's good to see that, and they all work together. And I know we've had people from Eversource and going down to Florida helping. It's just we all pull together. Canada, United States, we all pull together. We may all not agree politically or whatever, socially, whatever, but when it comes to the nitty gritty, comes down to everything, we pull together. We got guys from Quebec and Middleboro taking care of our power. So, do you see you got some sort of update? If it's old news or whatever
Update?
on the power outage.
Yes, we do. Yes.
I think he's got old news though. He's just a day old.
It's about a day old, so yeah, it could have changed. It most likely has changed.
Yeah.
So as of yesterday, the Massachusetts power outages numbered 95,000. There was 70 mile per hour wind gusts that caused all these power outages. Wind gusts as high as 77 miles per hour have been recorded. In Stoughton, 98% of the town is in the darkness.
That was yesterday though.
That was yesterday.
So that's the official. Is that Eversource? What?
Eversource customers.
So they haven't updated their.
They have not updated. They have not updated it. No.
Okay. Well,
This article comes from Patch. So if you want to read this article, it gives you more information.
is that the official Eversource?
No, it just 98% of the town of Stoughton is in the dark, and I believe That's EverSource. That
But is that
in the dark.
is that the?
It's not the official EverSource.
Did you
It's not
try-
any official power.
Did you try doing the official?
I'm gonna look that up. I don't have any official power companies saying power outages and or any power outage maps.
Right.
That's just an article.
Well, maybe
Then
we
I'm
could
reading.
try to check that out.
Yeah.
So
So
but it was good to see those guys there. They were up bright and early, so either they're heading home and everything's all wrapped up, or they got more work to do today.
So while we're on the subject of weather, about 9 minutes here, but we're gonna do this a little bit early. Is the Today in Histories, and the first Today in History that we have today is 1870. U.S. President Ulysses S. Grant signs a joint resolution of Congress establishing the U.S. Weather Bureau.
Wow.
Yep, so we were on the subject of weather. On this day, it's a very important day for the U.S. Weather Bureau, as it is the first day that is in existence. It's been now 150 years since it's been in existence. Today marks 150 years. We have 1861, American Civil War. Jefferson Davis is elected the provisional president of the Confederate States of America by the Confederate Convention at Montgomery, Alabama. It's another interesting one in history, another important event in history, the Civil War, and the president of the Confederate States of America, the only president of the Confederate States of America. 1964, the Beatles make their first appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show, performing before a record-busting audience of 73 million viewers across the U.S. Wow, 73 million people tuned in to the Ed Sullivan Show to watch the Beatles. That's awesome. Your thoughts on that?
That's just a moment in history that will never ever change.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's what got the Beatles going. That's what turned them into superstars. There's this country, obviously. The fans in this country.
Yes.
It's weird how music works because you got like some bands do really good in this country, and other bands do better in Europe and Asia. So really depends on the audience, but a lot of screaming teenagers.
Yes. Yes.
Screaming, losing their minds. You ever see that?
Yes, I have.
Mostly girls, whatever, but they're
Yep.
losing their minds. out of their minds.
Yep.
Almost cultish, you know what I mean? I swear to God, it's just out of their minds.
All right, so our last one that we have today, Halley's Comet last appeared in the inner solar system. This was 1986. It's going to be appearing again, probably not in our lifetimes. About 21, I believe it's like 21, in the 2180s. We'll get the exact year for you next
I'll
week.
be around there. I'll be around the trip.
Yeah. Probably not in our lifetimes. Probably. Unless we make some significant scientific discoveries that helps us live longer. But
let us live to 500 or something.
yes, but I don't know.
I doubt it.
I can't say otherwise.
You don't know. Someone could invent a pill. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, that could happen. And someone from 2020 could see Halley's Comet in 2183. But we'll get the exact year for you next week to begin the show next week on actually February 16th. So, we have 3 birthdays for you. 1914, Ernest Tubb, American singer, songwriter, and guitarist. He would have been 106 today. Joe Pesci, American actor. Joe Pesci. In many, many amazing movies. Home Alone. The Godfather, was he in that?
Goodfellas.
No, Goodfellas. Not Godfather. Goodfellas. That's what I was thinking. My Cousin Vinny, that was a good movie.
He was in 3 movies of Lethal Weapon as Leo Getz. Yeah.
There was a lot of good movies that Joe Pesci was in.
And he just did this thing for Netflix with Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro working, and Al Pacino in The Irishman. And I believe it's on Netflix, too. I think it's on Netflix. And I haven't really seen it much. I do want to sit down and watch it when I'm in a Joe Pesci mood, but that's has something to do with the Teamsters and Hoffer and the 1950s and 60s, so you can imagine where that's going.
He turns 77 today. And the final one we have today, Jim Webb, American captain and politician, 18th United States Secretary of the Navy. He turns 74 today. So we have a couple minutes here on Middleboro in review. So we have one other article to talk about today. And that article is about February Vacation Week. February Vacation Week is coming up very, very quickly. I believe it's not this upcoming week.
It's the following week.
It's the following
President's Day always starts it.
Yes.
Always starts it.
So we have some events, some programs that you should know about. February Vacation Week is almost here, and the public library has a full schedule of programs for kids. Tuesday, February 18th, Lego Mania. There's going to be several different things about Legos during that day. You can go to the library and Legos. So you can build Legos, and really, really, really fun. Legos are really, really fun. Wednesday, February 19th, and Tuesday, February 18th, the Lego Mania is at 4 p.m. Wednesday, February 19th, 1 p.m., Mr. Vinny's new Shadow Puppet Show. Puppet shows are always fun for the younger audience as well. Puppet shows are fun and definitely something to go out to see. Thursday, February 20th, Magic of MEFA Magic Show. So Magic Show on Thursday, February 20th at 11 a.m. No registration is required. Seating on a first-come, first-served basis. All activities are free of charge. For more information, call the library at 508-946-2470. So, with that will take us to the end of Middleboro in Review for February the 9th, 2020. Join us next week on February 16th, 2020. We're going to have a lot of different things. We're going to have the exact date when Halley's Comet will be seen again here on Earth. And many, many other things here on Middleboro in Review. So,
have a good week, everybody.
Have a great week, everybody.
I think we kind of dropped the ball a little bit on the other thing. We really have no
well, it's not our fault because we didn't have any updates.
Yeah, but it wasn't the official. It should always be the official.
It should have. Yeah, it was just an article.
And whatever.
It was just an article.
Whatever.
But
we do a homework a little better when we start. We got a different. All right, I better rank though.
Come on.
What?
Oh,
What?
your rant went well. Really?
What? What's the matter?
It didn't record again. Oh
Really?
my god, you have to be kidding me. See you guys next week.